Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Semnaya. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So I came across a video where a black man was actually busy writing out about black women. And I am asking him, it looks like anybody that if you know him, send the video of that woman that unalived, the white woman that unalived his black husband. He needs to say it because some of them think that it's all a joke. The reality is that they've been warning you people and you all think like nothing is happening, and the fact that what has been going on from the onset, from the beginning of history, is still happening today. And in the end, they end up bamboozling you people, but you all will not learn. Every day, all you guys have to do is bring your podcast equipment and then sit. He sat his fat stomach down to talk about black women. That tells you how some of them have low IQ. I am saying what I said what I said. You can find me in the comment section. And I know it is not all men. So I am singling him out to call him out. See how big he is. And his problem is black women. You all better, if you know him, send that video to him. Tell him that if care is not taken, that might be his story. But that is not what I am praying for. You all can do better. The fact that you all bring your cameras and buy those cheap podcast microphones, sit down somewhere to start discussing black women tells me how of a low person you are. Because I haven't seen good men, high standard men, sitting out to talk about black women. Let's get into this video.
You get mad at me for dating outside my race. But I was dating outside of my race because they were doing things better in my race. I'm
like,
keep
define
better. My
define
Spanish,
better.
Well, not better because I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know you said they were doing things better. I wanted to know what better meant.
Not better. I'm gonna change that.
I'm trying to save you for the people,
That's
for the culture.
Not better for the culture.
There we go.
Right, not better. I was dating Puerto Rican, I was dating Dominican, I was dating African, I was dating all type of other really size American black, right? They were doing way more of what we expect we want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable
Give me some examples.
First of all, why are we asking his fat, fake, big ass about, who cares? Like, why, you know what? But the thing is, there are black men who walk around. First of all, he don't even know the difference between ethnicity and fucking race. That's number one. And cultures. But there are black men that walk around with his mentality, and you see it all the time on this fucking app. And y'all gotta stop this shit. There are plenty of American black women. Now, you can go watch that whole clip, and he just says the same bullshit rhetoric that a lot of these black dudes get on here and talk about. Oh, white women are so much better, Puerto Rican women, blah, 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 blah. And then when you start checking them on that, then it just turns into, well, American women. There are plenty of black American women who will do everything that he went on to name, treat him like a king. So those other ethnicities and races of women and cultures of women treated you like a king and did things that American black women don't do, you claim, but yet you didn't marry not one of those women. Why? Why? If they treated you like the king that you are, or you believe to be, why are you not married to them? And you are on a fucking podcast talking about what you like and what you don't like. If they were, y'all are never married to the demographic of people that y'all claim to be so much better than, whether it's better than black men or better than black women. Y'all are never married to these motherfuckers who are so much better than us. I wonder why, because they don't fucking want y'all. Or, as a whole, black people just do not value marriage. Black men specifically, because we're the ones that have to get down and decide to get married to these women. He goes on to then say, oh, well, black American women are materialistic. What woman on this fucking planet does not want resources? I don't give a fuck where she comes from. What woman on this planet does not want resources from a man? The problem is y'all, as those type of black men, do not value black women enough to think that those black women deserve said resources. Plenty of black women will give their last and treat men like kings. They do all the time because those be the baby daddies and the men that are better than y'all that y'all complain those women give it to, and not y'all because y'all are the nice guy. So it's not that these black American women do not do it. They just don't do it for you. Again, why? But then these same very black men get some money and then they go and then they seek out those other ethnicities, races, and cultures of women. Because subconsciously or consciously, you do not think that black women deserve or rate it. I see black women do any and everything. All the black people that I know that are married, their black American wives treat them like fucking kings. You're just not that nigga. Period, point, fucking blank. I saw my grandmother treat my grandfather like a fucking king, and they weren't the richest of people, but he built my grandmother a house with his bare fucking hands, and anything that woman needed that was within his means, he did it for her and some, and she did the same for him. So I don't want to hear y'all keep complaining, griping, moaning about black women, American women. Shut up. You just not that nigga, bro. Period, point blank. Complain that black women are materialistic, but then go date Becky, Rebecca, Marietta, whatever the fuck, and then turn around and get finessed and bamboozled by them. But then you'll be like, hey, it's cool. But that's how I know y'all don't know, nor do y'all talk to other races of men, because they will sit here and they will tell y'all that they women do the same fucking shit. So yesterday I made this video talking about, T-Mute Biggie talking about, the experience, or saying that other races and ethnicities of women are better, because he did say that. She tried to correct, the therapist lady tried to correct him and save him, but that's how he really feels, because that's what came out his fucking mouth. Said that they were better and did things better than black American women. There was some fellas that jumped in my comments saying that I was pandering because I said that a lot of these black men, and I also said black women, I said black people that do this, period, to black men or black women. I did say that. They're full of shit. And maybe, just maybe, you just not that nigga who you think you are. Because these people who do this, whether they're a black man or a black woman who do this, are never married to the demographic of people they claim that are better than black American men or women. Usually there are. And Brandon Jamal, who is my mutual, and say he want to link up and do something. I don't know if he gonna flake out. This been like the fourth time he done reached out and say he want to do something and flaked out on me again, so we'll see. But he said that black men are the only demographic of men who don't get to, he was like, well, that's his truth, that's his experience, and we're the only group of men that don't get to speak on our truth. So the problem is, you can speak to your truth when you speak to your truth. He did not speak to his truth. He used a lot of us, we, they, instead of what he experienced. He didn't say the black women, the black American women that I encountered and I dealt with did this to me. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to speak to your truth and your experience, but then include everybody else in it. Now, once you start saying us, we, okay, now everybody, now I get to break down your truth, because it's not your truth, because he wasn't speaking to his truth. Then even if that is your truth, you then turn in your experience in life, you then have to ask and get down to the whys and the hows, right? If you are a man, a black man, who has never experienced a black woman treating you right or treating you like a king, but other quote unquote races and ethnicities of women do, you have to ask yourself why. Why is that? Because there are plenty of black men out here that are getting that treatment from black women. Why don't you? Because ultimately, this fella here is married to a black woman. But I'm sure when he was in that Biggie movie and he had the clout and the fame and the paper rolling in, was he going for a certain type of woman? Do you think he was going for a woman that he is currently with right now when he was getting the clout back in what, 08, 06, getting the little checks in or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, the common theme that you can see from the black men or black women who have this mentality that other races and ethnicities are better than black people, like, the common theme is usually how they treat and view black people versus how they view, see, and treat those other races and ethnicities of people. I'm just saying, you worried about what black American women won't do for you, but you can rest your forearms on your tummy and you got to sleep with a CPAP machine. I mean, you don't even care enough about yourself to maintain your own health and being in shape. Like, let's always focus on us before we start pointing the finger at others.
This is all I got from this video. And I think we need to remind him about what happened to the other guy who, like, went all ranting about black women, how he would rather have a dog before doing it to a black woman. And a dog got to be right. We need to remind him what happened to him, because as it stands, that man is actually resting real good. Now, the reality is that it is only some, I am not saying all black men, but some black men that we come out on the internet to see them disgracing themselves and calling black women out for no reason. I don't care who you marry. I don't care where you are. The problem is that when you start using black women as a reference to your preference, that is where you have a problem with me, because nobody is gatekeeping you or trying to tell you not to marry wherever you find love. But you all are still going to find love and still look for a way to drag black women into your nonsense discussion. That shows how low your mentality or your brain or how your IQ is. Because you all can actually marry whoever you marry and leave it at that and stop. See, I've been saying this. There are some men that do not have to have this podcast equipment. Ban it. Stop some men from buying podcast equipment. I think they need to start asking them, what do you need this equipment for? And if you go against the rule of what you want, you're buying it for, and use it for something else, you need to be arrested, because a lot of them have been doing so much on this Beyonce's internet. Sincerely speaking, with everything goes, the problem is that some of you all will never learn, because it is not in you. You do not ever want to learn. With everything that has happened to you people from history to this very moment, the fact that sometimes it runs like a circle, it turns around, and it always, especially those black men, you always look for a way to hook them back. That's why with everything that happened to that, in fact, the newest news we have, the one they pupiled, right? And they are still looking for a way to blame black people or black women. And I heard the mother is calling for help. I hope she never open her mouth again to call that. Let her go and meet her children. I also saw a GoFundMe for the children. That is none of my business, because, see, I am not being mean, but it's time we start teaching everybody a lesson, including us. We all have to learn the lesson together, because when we're done, we continue to repeat the same lesson. I saw the GoFundMe. Everybody were like, okay, to your tent, oh Israel, look for a way to sort yourself out, because this man messed himself up. The people I know, my own people, if it were that man has been a good brother, right? They would do something. But no, there ain't anything good about him, because you cannot come out and curse out black women and expect the same people you cursed out to come and help you. You have to go look for somewhere to get the help. It's as simple as that. Like I said, since this year, can we normalize holding grudges and say that we are holding grudges? Yeah, it's okay. We don't have to say, no, if I don't want to help you, I am not going to help you. That is how it is this year. So for this one, just get away, right? And you all can do better as people. Nobody's asking you not to marry whoever you want to marry, but enough of you all coming out here to insult yourselves, because you are denigrating yourself. See how fat and how big I am not fat shaming him, but he has the guts to sit up there to talk nonsense about black women. Because now let me tell us something. I have watched my mother and my father lived all these years and all that. See, my father passed, right? And all through the period, one thing I keep saying is that does it mean that my father never gets broke? Like, I didn't start thinking about that when I was younger, right? But now it's kind of hitting me, like, seeing some relationships and all that. I keep asking myself, does it mean that my father was never ever broke? Like, does it mean that he has everything? He was, I'm very okay, like, we never lacked anything. right? So, but I was like, that means he might be broke. I never knew because I never lacked anything. Food, when I was in boarding school, till I went to college, everything was provided to me in a platter of gold. I never asked for school. Everything got paid at its due time. I do not know that well, I am supposed to pay for this or this is not. We have everything till I became an adult. So I keep asking myself, does it mean that he doesn't go broke sometimes? But I feel like he got married to a good woman. So if something ever goes wrong, the other one will support. And today, I even never asked my mother. But that was how I saw them grow up. Right? So enough of all this. If you are a good man, trust me, your woman will never treat you wrongly. And if you are a good woman, you're a good man. I don't understand why. And also, it's okay to divorce if it's not working out. Go your separate ways. If you need to go for, what is it called? If you need to go for therapy, go for therapy because some of you all need therapy, right? But you all will sit to go and buy cheap microphone and camera and set yourself up. Bye for now.